must be our goal and our guide. And all that we strive for as a human family, dignity and hope, progress and prosperity, depends on peace. But peace depends on us.
A very good afternoon to you, and thank you so much for continuing to being with us since morning. Now we have switched gears and we want to look at the news making headlines across Africa this afternoon, just 5 minutes to 1 p.m. here in Nairobi. And together with me on this show is Dr. David Matanga. Doctor, good afternoon again.
Good afternoon, Miriam. We are sorry we took a lot of your time, but I'm here.
It's all good.
In 20 minutes, I want to run for another meeting. And if you need me extra time, that's okay.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. And also on the other side, I think we still have Daniel Vasonga. Daniel, good afternoon. Oh, we don't.
He's not there.
Vasonga, we don't have Vasonga there. But Doctor, I'll just look item by item, just a few countries and then a very short time here. We see in authorities in Burundi have announced rare measures to combat the coronavirus pandemic, moving away from a relaxed attitude shown by the previous government. In a speech before Parliament after swearing in of ministers, a new President Evariste Ndayishimiye announced the following measures, including a special measures for soap, and he said that to make sure that a good majority of the population has access to soap, the price of this commodity will be reduced by 50%, with the government covering the other half to make up the losses to soap manufacturers. Also, anyone caught smuggling cheap soap from Burundi will be considered as helping to spread coronavirus and will be dealt with accordingly, as said the president. Also, he said in all cities the price of water will be significantly reduced until coronavirus has been eradicated. Anyone showing symptoms of COVID-19 is urged to go to the hospital, where they will be tested and treated for free. If an outbreak is suspected in an area, everyone living there will be tested. So we see these are new measures by the new president of Burundi. Doctor, are we seeing a new dawn in Burundi?
Yes, a new dawn has taken place, but a new dawn has taken place on a wrong tone. You saw the clashes in Burundi between the Burundi army and the Rwanda army across the border. They tried each other yesterday. It was just a rehearsal a few days ago.
When you're saying a rehearsal, are we about to see a full-blown war?
Yes. Yes, it looks like.
All right, we are experiencing some problem there from Dr. Matanga's signal there as we wait for him to come back. Yes, go ahead.
Have we come back again? Yeah.
Yes, you're back. Yeah. Yes.
We have a problem. These two countries, Burundi and Rwanda, they should be brought on table. I think the AU should put up a very important institution of peacemaking, not only peace and security, but peacemaking. By now, we should have AU officials in Bujumbura and in Kigali to understand why these two countries are fighting or why they want to go to full-scale war. But we don't have anybody suggesting that, Miriam. So, as much as he has done this corona too late, there's already village reproduction and a community reproduction. People have been walking free. I don't think, Miriam, there will be. I think he's trying to save a situation, to change the direction of Burundi.
Is it a little too late for them? In terms of COVID-19, the fight against coronavirus? Yes. Is it a bit too late for Burundi right now?
Yes. People have already got, now, can you go and change the situation in Tanzania?
You can't.
For months, things have been I don't know. East Africa, we are at a very critical moment. Until Miriam, maybe we see what is taking place in what exactly is in Tanzania. What is the magic? What is that magic? Until I understand it. Because the people there, when you call them, they say, we are all right. We don't have any problem. That's what they are telling you. I have very, very many friends like it. I've called even General Muzuguri, who was our commander of TPDF, who toppled Idi Amin. I have called his son. His son said, Muze is okay. We are okay. They are okay. They are all okay. So I don't know. I don't know.
All right. Tanzania there, hakuna matata, I guess. All right. All right. So, yes.
You are saying hakuna matata.
Well, that is the narrative President Magufuli is selling to the rest of us. So I guess hakuna matata. There's no problems there in Tanzania. And now we see that the international and regional leaders have agreed to intensify a military campaign against jihadists in the West African Sahel region. The decision follows a one-day summit on Tuesday hosted in Nouakchott, the Mauritanian capital, attended by presidents of Burkina Faso, Chad, Mali, Mauritania, and Niger, as well as France and Spain. It was called to take stock of a more aggressive strategy in the Sahel, decided in January after a string of setbacks crowned by the loss of 13 French soldiers in a helicopter crash. Doctor, is there a political will in the Sahel leadership there to end jihadist militancy, especially Boko Haram?
The fight was long overdue, Miriam. It was long overdue. There was need to fight these guys. But now, don't you think these actions are too late? Mm-hmm. What do you think? To me, I think they are too late. The rebels are already infiltrated the areas. Mm-hmm. They are already inside. The actions are too late. I don't think it will make an impact, but
any difference?
We pray for them. Mm-hmm. They should just call in the United Nations and other peacekeeping forces. Mm-hmm. That's it. Let's not waste time. Let's not go to Jerusalem when we want to go to Damascus when you want to go to Jordan. Mm-hmm. Let's go straight to one place. Mm-hmm. This is too waste of time and money. These Boko Haram have infiltrated too deep. And that's it. With leaders in Africa who don't want to leave power. Look at what is happening in Bamako. Mm-hmm. The guys are still in the streets. Ethiopia today has cut off internet. Mm-hmm. Yes. I am the only one accessing a satellite phone. 3-4 diplomats are calling me by satellite phone.
And why do you think the Ethiopian government loves to do this? Because this is not the first time. Anytime there's a sort of, and anything is happening in Ethiopia, you see they're very quick to cut off the internet. What is going on with Ethiopian leadership? And
they have cut off internet. You can't access, no telephone call can go through to Ethiopia. I'm using they are calling me on my satellite, on a satellite phone. Mm-hmm. I don't know whether you have seen my satellite phone. I have it here. Mm-hmm.
And we know there are protests there in Ethiopia. Mm-hmm.
It was bloodbath. Mm-hmm. The army, they fought battles. Police, they fought a lot of battles.
Mm-hmm. And we know there are protests in Ethiopia after The protesters there were angered about the death of a popular singer and have pulled down a statue of the royal prince Ras Makonnen Wolde Makiel, who was the father of Haile Selassie, Ethiopia's last emperor. Now the statue in the eastern city of Harar shows Ras Makonnen, an important military figure and former governor of Harar province in the 19th century under then Emperor Melik II, sitting on a horse. Photos have been shared on Facebook of the statue being dragged down from its pedestal. So why does the killing of a musician has to do with the history of this of Ethiopians? What is the underlying message these people are trying to send to Abiy Ahmed?
They just want to, I don't want to go to the bad side. I wish them well. Miriam, we have talked about Dr. Abiy. Mm-hmm. There is no Nobel
Peace Prize.
Nobel Prize winner.
It's a Nobel winner.
Who lacks power. Mm-hmm. There is none. Show me. Mm-hmm. Show me one Nobel Prize winner who has lasted in power. One. There is none. So the situation there.
All right, then we leave that alone. We go to Nigeria, where the state government for Lagos in Nigeria is planning to distribute 10,000 radio sets to pupils for homeschooling. Now, the State Education Commissioner for Lasade Adefisayo said the state would partner with telecommunication firms to provide free data to schools for online teaching. President Muhammadu Buhari on Monday approved the reopening of schools for final year students in primary and secondary students to enable them prepare for crucial examinations. The rest of the learners will continue staying home. Lagos State had announced plans to start an education radio station and to ensure students do not miss out on learning during the ongoing coronavirus pandemic. Doctor, radio sets to pupils. This is what the state, the Lagos State, is planning to do: buy a lot of radios and distribute to students. How viable is this solution?
First of all, Miriam, why does Africa think like this?
I don't know. I just find it, I don't know. Maybe it is a solution.
Maybe you know something. Why were we born like this? Radios will help what? Some parts of Nigeria, there's no internet, there is no airwaves. The airwaves are plenty in the sky, but they have not been harnessed to come on the ground for students. This is, you know what? Just arrest the
don't
new
you think if Magoha was to do that here, would that even work? How are you going to buy radio sets for pupils, for homeschooling?
People who are, I can authoritatively tell you that there is no country in the world today that has got an exit strategy on coronavirus 19. If there is one country, write to me a letter. Send me chocolate. There is no exit. And nobody should tell a lie that this example has worked somewhere fruitfully. No. All countries, including Germany, Sweden opened, it came back. They have just opened again. Sweden was the only country in the world that did not lock down on curfew. But jamaa ilikuja iliwanyorosha wali lock. They have just opened. So there is no country in the world now that has got an exit strategy. That is a lie. So wacha tuvumilie na more restrictions. For me, you tell me that you allow people from Mombasa to come to Kenya, to Nairobi, and then Nairobi to go to Mombasa. Mzee, tuko shida. Ndege mfungue kiwanja tuende. Watu, sindio sasa huko nasikia dawa inaonekana. Mtu afadhali akunywe. Hii kitu iko mbaya sana. Msifungue. What they behave so badly. But people, we are sleeping, some people are not sleeping. Does it? There are some people who have a habit of calling some of us at night to show that they are master. They are drinking. Saa kumi, saa tisa. Such a night club is they are not on the moon. Doesn't the police know that these nightclubs are open? There's a problem here. This thing is real. Unless you want all our grandmothers to go, and the grandfathers, all of them, kuka, all these kukas will go. Let's not take the disease there. We have behaved to the extent that now, if the European Union is blocking us, wanaona dasturi zetu ziko huko. So let's help the government.
Absolutely. And yes, so I don't know, that a plan by Lagos State to buy students radios so that they can start the homeschooling. First of all, anyway, let's just leave that Nigeria. We move to Zimbabwe. It's just
I don't know why
we
waste much of the time on Nigeria. There's no Nigeria.
All right, so let's go to Zimbabwe then, where a year after reintroducing its own currency, Zimbabwe is edging closer to dollarization for the second time in just over a decade. On June 24th, 2019, the country stopped the multi-currency system that saw the US dollar becoming the preferred currency. Zimbabwe then began currency reforms meant to set the local dollar on a firm footing, but economists say the experiment has failed and a return to the US dollar is now inevitable.
Emerson, His Excellency E.D. just sacked your Minister of Finance.
Mr. Nkube, who wrote to the IMF and the World Bank,
yes,
begging for whatever he was begging for.
If President Mnangagwa listens to me, and I'm talking here, just sack the Minister of Finance. He doesn't know what he's doing. Just sack him. He's the same one who said, let's try this. Now he's coming, he's saying this. Is there a plan for this guy trying to overthrow Mnangagwa indirectly? Because for me in Africa, I cry loud. I cry openly. A few weeks ago, this guy wrote a letter begging. If you write a letter begging, what do you think? Begging the IMF, surely, that we are bad off, we are bankrupt, catch us.
Forgive us some of the debts we have. That's not too bad. I think Zimbabwe needs to be forgiven some of the debts that it owes the world.
What he can do is change the cabinet, change and bring in another economist who can help us. This one has failed. And that's my message. I'm going to deliver it by phone. Miriam, I wish you were very near when I was calling these guys. I tell them, you know, that has saved me. Me, I don't hide. There, we are smelling something which is, I have seen it come. This minister is going to cause a very big problem. He's a textbook minister. is not a practical political minister. If you are not careful, you cause another problem. Like the one in Ethiopia where they have cut off phones. We now know what is happening. There is no car moving in Ethiopian capital, Addis Ababa, except the military. All diplomats, my 4 diplomats, 2 blacks, 2 whites, those who know me, they have rang me. We have been talking. The phones are not going out, but they are using, if you have the local, the number for home, Germany number or British number, you can ring. But the rest are not working.
Very well. So one of our viewers here is saying, his name is Ekechukwu Chukwu, and thank you so much for writing. And you're saying Lagos, Nigeria wants to share our money by telling us that they want to buy a radio for students where you don't have energy. I don't even know the criteria they will use to buy these students energy. I think this is just another white elephant to siphon public money. Who even advised, who even thought this was going to be a good idea? But anyway, they're trying to find solutions there. And we move to South Africa, where South Africa's Economic Freedom Fighters Party has called for a return to the strict level 5 lockdown in the country as coronavirus cases rise. The party says the only way to prevent further spread if the people are to stay at home and the government reinstates all lockdown restrictions, but that were in place before easing started. The party, in a statement, said the country's health care system will not be able to cope with the rising numbers of infections. South Africa cases of coronavirus rose to 151,209 on Tuesday, with the death toll right now standing at 2,657. Health Minister Zweli Makhize on Tuesday said things are getting tough as cases increase. Doctor, perhaps this is a lesson that President Uhuru Kenyatta should study very, very careful this situation in South Africa, even as he considers, advising the country which way forward very soon. Study South Africa, President Uhuru Kenyatta.
Comparative analysis. There is one difference between South Africa and Kenya. Kenyans accepted there is HIV/AIDS. Ugandans accepted it does exist. South Africa did not agree. They said you wash your hands. You just wash. After having this, you just go and enjoy the fruits. You just go and wash your hands and go home. There's no infection. And these are men who have gone to school, like a Thabo Mbeki. Now you see, you reap where you put the seeds. They did not know that Corona would come. You know, most of the people there are those who have those ARVs. ARVs. Are they called ARVs? Mm-hmm. Yeah. It is bad news. And the cleanliness in South Africa is only in hotels. But when you go outside in homes, chakula huwezi kukula. Thank you.
All right. And we move to South Sudan, where the president has both violated the revitalized peace agreement and failed to fulfill his promise to respect the 35% representation of women in the unity government, an activist has said. Now, on Monday, President Salva Kiir appointed 8 governors, 6 from his ruling party SPLM and 2 from SPLM-IO. The SPLM-IO appointed 1 female governor from its share of 3 states. All the 6 appointees of the SPLM are male governors. I don't know if this gender parity there is even a conversation that is viable right now in South Sudan. Does this conversation hold, although President Salva Kiir promised? we're having the same problem. And as we are far much ahead in terms of democracy and all that, and we're still struggling with the gender rule in parliament, we have not even met the 2/3, and also other appointments we see happening. So this is Kenya, and we're still struggling with that. So can you imagine in South Sudan? Is this even something that should be, I don't know.
It goes back to the same thing I told you. It was wrongly done. Who is going to identify the 35%?
Well, at least Machar has his wife in there as a minister.
No? Oh,
Machar.
so it was wrongly done. Those are the fruits we have to receive.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Doctor. That is just about it.
Okay, thank you very much. I would like to take this opportunity to thank you. Don't forget at 3 p.m. another bad news that has just arrived on the scene from Britain is British Airways has sacked all the employees.
During coronavirus, who does that?
I've seen the video here. It is very painful that the planes, it looks like they will redeploy new, because most of the people have seemed to have been affected. The staff, it is very interesting.
All right.
So thank you very much, Miriam. Correct let's meet at 3 p.m. If we are tired, we can research for the evening show. I think so.
All right.
Let's postpone this. Take that time to research. Then you can even go home early. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much there, Dr. David Matanga, and thank you, our viewers. My name is Miriam Ugutu. Have a very good afternoon to you.
Thank you for the good work.
Peace must be our goal and our guide. And all that we strive for as a human family, dignity and hope, progress and prosperity, depends on peace. But peace depends on us.
I want to begin by first and foremost thanking the African Union and all the African nations for their support and their belief in Kenya being able to advocate the African cause, the cause of Pan-Africanism, the cause of peace, the cause of global solidarity, the call to multilateralism. Kenya's story is one that believes and trusts that together we are stronger. One that believes that through democracy, through respect for human life, and through unity, more can be achieved than individually. We thank the African continent for supporting us in our bid. And we thank all our friends across the world who have joined us and supported us. Today is a day for me personally, on my own behalf and on behalf of the government and the people of Kenya, to assure you that a vote for Kenya is a vote for peace. A vote for Kenya is a vote for global solidarity. A vote for Kenya is a vote for multilateralism. A vote for Kenya is that even the smallest voice shall be heard as the largest and most powerful voice. Let's work together. Let's build global harmony. Let's move forward in our march for peace. Let's move forward in our march for the sustainable use of the resources that our continent, our globe, is endowed with. And let's move forward and ensure that no one is left behind.